Good morning and welcome to TMI Socials. My name is Anuoluwapo Stevens, who call me your social media butterfly. Now, isn't it interesting to know how social media users have moved from steez and 100% composer to very classic, very mindful, and very demure? Anyway, there's a whole lot of things trending on the social media space that you should be up to date with. So let's quickly kickstart already. So yesterday we saw in the news on the street of socials that the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, that's the NNPCL, has explained why fuel scarcity resurfaced nationwide. Now, Dapo Segun, NNPCL's Vice President, Downstream, addressed the situation during a press conference on Tuesday at the NNPC Towers in Abuja. Well, he attributed the recent fuel scarcity, which has resulted in long queues at filling stations across the country, to the impact of the recent rains, lightning, and thunderstorm. Now let's take a look at how you reacted to this story on socials. On Instagram precisely, Daddy Freezy says, those of you that believe in those miracles submitted by your pastors should have no trouble believing this. While another user responded by saying, rain came, wind blew, fuel ran away. Like it bemused, right? Now Mohammed says, no, please, the NNPC could not have said that. And if they did, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has my wholehearted support to immediately sack everybody in that company. That's what this user is saying. And then finally on the story, Safety Cabal says, really? Rain has stopped since the middle of July and just picked up again. Is the cause of fuel scarcity. You guys can lie, Sha. That's what this user is saying. Well, in another development, we saw a trending video of Mala Kayari somewhere in Addis Ababa having an amazing time. Take a look. Now, away from that, now let's move over to the second story I have for you for today. So, to let you know that the federal government has approved an upward review of the fees of the Nigerian passport effective from September 1st, 2024. Well, this was disclosed in a statement issued on Wednesday by the spokesman of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Kenneth Udo, on X of the NIS. Well, the increment aims to ensure that the quality and integrity of the Nigerian Standard Passport, is up to date. That's what Udo said. Now let's have the press release that was on X yesterday precisely. So there you have it, stated boldly, the new amount moving away from 30,000 naira to 50,000 naira, and also from I think 60,000 naira to 100,000 naira. Well, responding to this new development, for you who want to renew your passport and also apply for a new one, that's like the new fee coming up shortly. This user says the 10-day notice for the passport price increase is an example of the government's lack of empathy and consideration for its citizens. Official Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Nigeria Immigration should obviously know this. I recommend reviewing the pricing strategy and considering a reversal, or at the very least, a delay effective date of January 1st, 2025. Another user had something else to say. This one says, Tinubu, raise them. You need money to fix Nigeria for them. If you know, you know. Well, still in this situation, this guy on Instagram says, still not bad. I did my 10 years passport for 130k in 2022. British passports now €85. So Nigeria passport is not expensive. US passports itself, they're expensive, like $200. So Nigerians should not complain. 50k is not bad. Really, tell me about it. Well, also to let you know on this particular news is that persons living in the diaspora, that's you guys living abroad, you're not affected by this new price increment. But let's see how things turned out eventually on the story. Moving away from that to another trending story. Update as regards the Chinese firm Zuchan Punjai Industrial Investment Co. Limited has reportedly seized Nigeria's guest houses in Liverpool, England. Well, reports had emerged last week claiming that this particular company was planning to take over assets belonging to Nigeria in 8 countries spread across Europe and North America to collect $70,000 million from 2021 arbitration verdicts. Well, this was everywhere on social media yesterday. Let's take a few comments on this. This user on X says, one day we will wake up and see Aso Rock for sale in eBay. Then we will realize that religious bigots, tribalism, and nepotism will lead us nowhere. Another take on this one still, Olumide Adeshino says, this situation is highly embarrassing and shows little regards of Africa's most populous country in the eyes of the international community. Well, one more take on this story will be from Daniel, and he says, it won't be surprising if same guest houses are secretly purchased by some political looters in power. I wouldn't put it past Nigerian politicians, judging by how extremely corrupt they are. Well, away from that now to a viral video, which I actually feel is an old video though, but resurfaced online again, capturing a church priest kneeling down to beg the Enugu state governor, that's the Enugu governor, Peter Mba, to come and sit in the front seat, reserved for important persons. And of course, this sparked outrage on socials. Take a look. Interesting as always on social media. Let's take a few comments on this particular one. Well, for me on the video was when the priest knelt down and Peter Mba had to kneel down as well. Let's kneel down together. You cannot shame the shameless indeed. Let's have a couple of reactions real quickly on the story. This one says, and if na me go church, na Osha na him go come meet me, go front. Who are you now? Who are you? Well, Mr. Anthony says, can you believe that? I always knew and said imported religion is a scam and managed by scammers who have next to no moral compass. A priest knelt down to a mere governor, same way he kneels to God. Despicable. Well, one more reaction from this guy, Professor of Life, says, priests, they do confession to governor. Come on now, come on Nigerians. Well, my final story for you for today would be our very own Dr. Sanusi Lamido. Anyway, the 16th Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi II, has completed a doctorate in Islamic law at the University of London, United Kingdom. In a heartwarming video, Sanusi could be seen getting emotional after he was told that his thesis was approved without any correction. Well, the video showed the monarch being congratulated in a meeting held virtually, and Sanusi started the PhD program after he was disposed by the then governor of Kano, Abdullahi Ganduje, in 2020. Now let's take a look at the video.
Knowledge project and as an activism and also feminism, Muslim feminism.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Liebe and Daud, thank you very much. So I'm in this very fortunate position to be the very first to congratulate Emir Sanusi on having passed the examination without any corrections. So the thesis stands and is passed by the 2 external examiners as it was submitted. So there is no further work to be done. This is a clear pass, which is one of the options as of the results of the PhD. So congratulations to doctors.
Congratulations to Dr. Sanusi. It's the doctor for me there. Anyway, let's take a couple of reactions on this particular video. This guy on Instagram says he has been remarkably known to be indisputably intelligent. Absolutely. Another take on this still from Mohammed. This guy says, how can one pass a PhD without any correction? How possible, please? And of course, Dr. Dapo responded by saying it is possible. Several rounds of reviews with a supervisor can help. You can also do an excellent job that your supervisor will be ready to push you through even before completing the 3 years or 4 years in the UK. Well, most stories and reaction on this would be from IMB Model. He says, if you hear him speak or write, you don't need anyone to tell you that this man is learned and very brilliant. One of the most brilliant and sound persons in Abuja land. And of course, I also saw, you know, on comments, Wilson, where persons were saying he can also speak French fluently. I mean, that's like, bonjour, Wilson. Bonjour.
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci.
A little bit of French, you know, he's good, but all the same, Sanusi is quite an intelligent man. You
Absolutely.
can't take it from him. The last video that got me, I don't think it was when the priest knelt down for the governor.
And then the governor
and
knelt
what the
down
governor
as
did
well.
was like, you know, please, I'm not, come on, man. I know what the governor did. Humility. Look, you just can't do that. I don't want to be in front. I'm comfortable here, so what's the big deal? You know, Nigerians have been bringing out some comic out of every serious situation.
Absolutely.
That's why I like watching, you know, TMI socials. Well, Charity, I believe you have one or two words to say about a news presentation on TMI social, ranging from Sanusi's PhD and, of course, someone that said because of rain, that's why experiencing feels scarcity. I mean, Nigeria, what in the world is happening?
Well, for me, I have no doubt that he can actually pass without a correction, because we all know that the Emir is a very intelligent and brilliant man, and he has shown it in so many ways. All you need to do is when you hear him speak, and you will know that, because covering the National Assembly, I know I have covered him when it comes to appear, when he was CBN governor, when he appeared before committees, and he was always spot on in his submission. So I would say congratulations to the Emir.